This year, it is even bigger and better.
My name is Joel Idadile, the winner of the Jabos Factor Season 1. Those of you that didn't enroll, I'm sorry, you have missed out big time. You scammed yourself. You think they were trying to scam you.
Register for the Naija Boss Factor Season 2 with the sum of 5,500 Naira payable to GT Bank.
My name is Joel Idadile, the winner of the Jabos Factor Season 1. I just want to say I'm so excited because, wow, this is a very big thing that has happened to me. And concerning this Season 2 that is coming, I'm just telling you, those that are going to be competing, bring in your A game. This is not something you come casually. Come with your A game, come for it. And Season 2 is up. Those of you that didn't enroll, I'm sorry, you have missed out big time. You scammed yourself. You think they were trying to scam you, but you scammed yourself. Thank you.
A very good morning to you. Welcome to Sports Recap on Hughes TV. I am Aidnan Lubem. So much went down over the weekend in the beautiful world of sports. From the local scene, Kwara United appointed new coaches, while in the international scene, we saw Manchester City getting a draw with West Ham, and also Liverpool defeating Chelsea in the FA Cup final. All of this we'll be telling you more in the program today. But before we continue, let's quickly go on this break, and when we come back, there's still more on Sports Recap. Welcome back. Joining me on Sports Recap is wonderful analyst Daniel. Good morning, Mr.
Good morning, Aina Lubem. Amazing time out.
Yes.
Amazing time out. It's good to be back once again talking sports, and like you actually listed all out, amazing line of actions. Most importantly, the fact that Liverpool did a domestic double against Chelsea by re-entering the FA Cup after defeating them on penalties.
All right, quickly from the local scene, the board of Kwara United Football Club of Ilorin has relieved two coaches of their jobs due to negligence of duty and appointed two new ones to beef up the chances of the club's qualification for continental game in 2023. The board sacked Messrs. Ashifat Suleiman and Taufik Babatunde for the rest of the season. Until recently, both were serving as the head coach and assistant coaches of the team, and they were at charge since 2019. Kwara United as relieving their coaches.
Yet again, we get to see these things happening in the Nigerian Professional Football League. And once again, we begin to beg the question, why do we get to see coaches being sacked and all of that? But like I said, they came out to say it was negligence of duty. But when you say negligence of duty, it's a very broad word to actually use. So I think the Kwara management would have to come out and say, okay, this is the reason, this is the negligence, this is what they actually did, so that because they have been doing well. These coaches have been doing well. They are currently looking forward to play continental football next season. But of course, let's see what happens at the end of the day. Now, the coaches who were brought on yesterday won their games yesterday in the Nigerian Professional Football in March the 28th. So a wonderful one, but let's see what they will come out to say they actually did. And I think that's just where my own problem is.
All right, the new coaches who won their game yesterday include Ijaya Lukman and Mukaila Olani, and before now, both of them were the head coach and assistant coach of the junior team of the Kwara United. Away from that one now to the NWFL, where the organizers of the league have unveiled the official ball for the Super 6, as well as announced the prize money for the winner. The official ball, known as EVA, for the 2022 NWFL Premier Super 6 was unveiled on Saturday as the hostilities begin in the ancient city of Benin, Edo State, on Monday today, as the league managers announced that the winner of the NWFL League will pocket 5 million naira, wanting the Super 6 Cup in the Nigerian women's football.
I'm expecting much. Action is already beginning down there in Benin. Bayelsa Queens up against Rivers Angels down there already. The game is on at the moment. So far, so good. So we're expecting an amazing time out there in Benin. And then for everyone who is out there in Benin, listen to our voices this morning. Go down there in Benin City and enjoy a beautiful game. And kudos to what Aisha Falode is doing with the ladies. All
right. The Nigerian Football Federation, that is NFF, has announced the appointment of serial Portuguese coach Jose Santos Poceiro as the new head coach of the senior men national team, that is the Super Eagles. NFF in a statement noted that Poceiro's appointment is with immediate effect, subject to the signing of agreed terms between him and the Football Federation. NFF, however, did not disclose the duration of Poceiro's appointment, but confirmed that the Portuguese will take charge of the Eagles starting from the Mexico and Ecuador friendly matches later in the month.
I just had to just laugh that one off. But it's really the question everyone is asking is why still Poceiro once again? It has been clamored over and over again that this man does not have the resume.
Yes,
it doesn't have
the
qualifications, and then over time again it's been put in front of our faces. Now we'll keep that one aside. Now we get Finidi George as the first coach. Now what has Finidi George brought to the table? His only first job is at Enyimba, and Enyimba is not even in the top 4 in the Nigerian professional football. These are the questions we are asking, and then the people at the helm of affairs needs to be able to understand that Nigerians want the best. Now, you brought up a list of coaches who you wanted to become the head of the Super Eagles. Now, what about them? Then you went for the one who was the least out of all of them, and then giving them, making him the coach of the Super Eagles. It begs a lot of questions for me, and I just want to see what he does, most especially with the first game with the international friendlies with Mexico and Ecuador. Well,
looking at the list that has been drawn out, some of the players have been called up. The likes of Victor Osimhen, Iheanacho have been ignored. Do you see him making something with the team, especially now that players from the local league have been invited, and with the combination with the international players?
For me, like I said, it's just a test for him. So let's see what he can be able. But looking at the players that were actually called up, it's not really the first team you can actually say. Almost 6 local-based players from the MPFL have been included into the team, which is what we have been clamoring for. But let's see the synergy between the international players, the foreign-based players, and the local-based players, and then let's see what he can be able to bring to the table during those games.
All right, and now to international matters, beginning with rugby, where Ihia West scored a late try to end Racing 92 Resistance and seal La Rochelle's place in a second Champions Cup final in as many years. A Nolan Lee Garek penalty and Veremi Vakatawa try saw Racing take the lead, but Gregory Aldrit powered over to reduce the deficit before halftime. Racing's Camille Chat and Sedate Gomez were back binned after the break as Lockret were awarded a penalty try. Ronan O'Gara's side, who were beaten by Toulouse in their debut Champions Cup final at Twickenham last season, will face Leinster on May 28. Away from that, now to boxing, where American Jamel Charlo became the first undisputed light middleweight champion in history with a 10-round knockout on Argentina's Brian Castano. The fight between both boxers what do you make? Argentina's Brian Castano was knocked out in that particular fight.
When you look at, I actually get to see the fight between these two young men who actually are top in this fight when it comes to boxing. But I feel it's a good one for him being on the street there. It was the first one, and then he made sure that he made the opponent actually go on the ground to the point where he could not be able to rise to his feet to continue the battle. Good one for him for being on the speeders team, and let's see what the future holds for this young man.
All right, like you said, the young man is the only 7th boxer to hold all 4 belts at the same time, joining the likes of Bernard Hopkins, Terence Crawford, Saulo Canelo Alvarez, and Scottish Josh Taylor. Let's quickly move to football now in the European scene, where on Saturday the final between Liverpool and Chelsea in the FA Cup.
It's really, will I say, for every Chelsea fan, it's really a sad one for them, because when you look at what happened, they did it against them in the Carabao Cup, and now yet again 3 consecutive FA Cup finals. Chelsea were not able to lift even just one, so it's a sad one. 4 finals at the stretch, and has not really been a good one for me. I think Thomas Tuchel would have to learn how to be able to fight when it comes to domestic cup finals.
Domestic cup finals, fighting indeed. But as now that the club has new owners, next season, what should Chelsea fans be expecting from Thomas Tuchel?
Massive summer transfer.
Wow! Of course, you know the defender Rudiger is going to Real Madrid. Of course, they've agreed that one, and he will be moving. Will Chelsea be able to get new players?
Like I said, massive transfer boost for them, and I think they will want to pop in a lot of money to at least get somewhere next season. Most especially, just like you said, Rudiger out of Chelsea. All
right, still talking international football, but this time the women, where Chelsea defended their women's FA Cup crown and completed the double in dramatic fashion as Sam Kerr scored the winner against Manchester City in extra time in front of a record crowd at Wembley. Kerr, who put Chelsea 1-0 up in the first half, kept her cool to slide in a deflected winner after City had twice come from behind. Emma Hayes' side, who won a 3rd consecutive Women's Super League title last weekend, were 2-1 up in normal time before substitute Hayley Raso netted an 89th minute equalizer. The Blues, who have now won this competition 4 times under Hayes, celebrated completing the domestic double in front of a crowd of 49,094, the highest in women's FA Cup history.
What a man can do, a woman can do better.
All right, I think with your words, what a man can do, a woman can do better. That's where we draw the curtain on today's edition of our sports recap on Hills TV. Thank you so much for watching. I am Ainan Luben.
And I'm Daniel Obasi.
Thank you for watching.